So signed and official, Jake Paul will face Tommy Fury. Boy, am I excited for this fight. I know people, this is not a meaningful fight for boxing, but doesn't mean it's not excitement. It's two young, undefeated guys with a rivalry. One's 23, one's 22. They're both not that good at boxing, so it really intrigues you, this fight. If I had to pick a winner, I'd pick Jake Paul to win. Tommy Fury has yet to show that he has a second gear. Tommy Fury has yet to show that he has one-punch knockout power, unlike Jake Paul. Where Jake Paul, I know he did it against a lower-level opposition, but you can make an argument that most one-punch knockouts come against lower-level opposition. We're not talking about Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, guys who knock out a guy who was knocked out Luis Ortiz with one punch, or a guy that's knocked out Dillian White with one punch, or a guy that had a right uppercut that lands on Vladimir Klitschko and changes the fight. We're not talking about these guys. We're talking about just two prospect level fighters, or area level fighters, or club level fighters, or you can say they're club fighters. They're still prospects. They're still very inexperienced. Jake Paul's had one or two amateur fights, to my knowledge. Tommy Fury's had less than 10. So they don't have that much experience. But we've already seen Jake Paul on the back foot knock a guy out in his second pro fight. We saw him knock out Ben Askren. We saw him knock out Gib, who Gib later on performed very well in the YouTubers versus TikTokers fight. So it's not like he's knocking out guys that get knocked out by anyone, by any random Joe in the street. So I'd have to say what we've seen so far and what we saw how Jake Paul outboxed Tyron Woodley, a striker in the UFC, an all-time great in the UFC. I'm going to have picked Jake Paul to win, either by points or late knockout. I think Tommy Fury has way too much muscle in his body for him to have stamina if the fight goes for the full 8 rounds. And I think Jake Paul clips him. Let me know your thoughts on the fight. I know most of you guys are like, this fight's a farce. You guys aren't interested in this fight. But who knows? Keep an open mind about this fight. You guys might enjoy it. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. And Sadiq Boxing out.